My name is Thomas Reason. My wife and I are the owners of a small cottage at E2526 Clubhouse Drive at Dutch Hollow, lot 703. And I am providing this message today to speak in favor of some changes in rules at Dutch Hollow Lake that would control and manage wakeboarding, surfing, and other activities that seem to be creating some mayhem on lake. First of all, it is my understanding, based on law and principle, that a boat owner is responsible for any damage that their wake causes. And I can tell you, in my experience, there is considerable damage being done by wakeboarders, and most particularly those who are surfing at Dutch Hollow Lake. It is my belief that given the shape and the design, the space of Dutch Hollow Lake, it is really physically impossible to conduct that activity and not create damage to individual boats, to property owners, and even more importantly, to put people in a very difficult, challenging, and dangerous situation. I believe it is only a matter of time, given the existing circumstance, that something truly catastrophic does occur. There are others on this lake who also feel they have a right to conduct their activities: paddleboarders, kayakers, canoers, and simply boat people. And it is my fear that something, again, catastrophic is soon to happen if this does not get managed. I think add to this what I believe, unfortunately, is a rather inconsiderate attitude by some of those individuals who are conducting this activity, and I think the situation is even worse than it would need to be. An example, a year ago my son approached someone who was surfing very close to the clubhouse dock, created mayhem. He, in a friendly way, approached him and asked him to adjust his activity, and ended up being threatened to have a bullet put in his head. This is the kind of thing that's going on. And if that's the kind of thing that's going on, I think it really is, again, only a matter of time before something truly catastrophic happens. I think the lake does not accommodate this activity. And I think given the circumstance, the lake ought to be patrolled better than it is. My experience last year, it was barely patrolled by any legal authority at all. And given the circumstances in the future, if there's not some enactment of rules, I will be calling the police regularly because I think it is a dangerous and actually rule-violating situation. I guess last thing, I do understand that people feel they have a right to do things on this public lake. And I agree with that to the extent that what they're doing violates others' rights and privileges to do what they would like to do on the lake. And it clearly, to me, is a situation where that's the case now. Thanks.